Greetings all.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. And Stace and I haven't even had our first full cups of coffee, and Spirit Light is like, yeah, where you been? Where you been? What was your response to Spirit Light?
Patience.
Patience, yeah. He's like, you can't rush the Taurus. I want to tell you, baby, my mom said to say this to you. So she has this song, God, blanking the name, but it's, ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now.
Oh, yes, very, very good.
I've been kicking it since 1966 now, and then 1986. And Mom said to say to you, she says, now, say to Stace, or actually ask to Stace. So she's asking me to say ask.
Say ask.
Yeah, like get confirmation, in other words. Is it not true that your entire generation have been kicking it for a fuck ton longer than 1966 and 1986?
Right.
She says, do you guys not recognize that you have been the rebels just for kicks every single generation that comes, every time the rebel just for kicks generation comes down, you're gonna find spirits that are X. Yeah. All right. So
X marks the spot.
X marks the spot. And I know in that crazy ass book, she had me say, boomers have to keep the X's on our back in order to know where the fuck we are, and because keep those moving targets on our backs. So, but she says you guys have been every time they need a generation that is rebels just for kicks, because they know they're going to need to show other generations how to be rebels just for kicks.
Nice.
They send spirits that are capable of doing rebels just for kicks.
Nice.
So that's how she started my morning. That, and I had one hell of a dream about our planet, baby, Venus.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So very, very, very lucid. So I think we are in for some good readings this morning.
Yeah.
You want to start off soft, baby, with
This one?
an arc, and I'll see which
Archetype?
Yeah, an archetype. How to say
Archetype.
I'm gonna say neuro instead of the NLPs, but I think people know what they are by now. I'm gonna get to here.
Okay. 3 good shuffles, and I think that's good. And then I'll pick one.
All right, we have Amethyst, Metamorphosis. You are in a vortex of deep transformation. Surrender to the process that's unfolding. And interestingly enough, when I had that dream about our planet this morning, babe, before I woke up, these were the colors that I saw. Fucking gorgeous, babe.
But look, check this out. And you sit there and say, look at the light I picked for you.
Oh my God, that's so true. I didn't even notice Stace actually put, see, he does this lighting because I can't ever do it. So he chose the amethyst lighting on this ring camera.
All right,
Ooh.
maybe up, push forward. There you go. There you go.
I'll see that. I didn't undo the ring camera.
That's all right.
So. Listen, we don't know how to be anything other than rebels just for kicks. We just do our shit the way we gonna do our shit, people. It's how we are. It's who we are. So
How we roll.
How we roll. And she says every time they know they're gonna need a bridge gap generation that knows how to just kick things just for the fun of it, how to bring the fun right back into things. She says it's our spirits, our types of spirits that volunteer. Yes, baby, and then pick it up the way it was brought. All right, wounded child shadow attributes right here, and we got somebody doing the metamorphosis. Yep. Yep, a couple.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. And this is somebody be trying to get our attention. And look at this. Do you see that this is Jason and Snowball? We ain't giving our kiddies any attention.
Jon Snow. They were upset
Jon
with
Snow
us
and
last
Jason,
night.
they were so pissed off at us last night.
Yeah.
Maybe they were the children we wounded.
Yeah.
No. We're talking to the child wounded, and Stace pulled this in the reverse. And somebody that didn't get attention, essentially, in their childhood. So I'm going to read you the shadow attributes because that's how Stace pulled this. Blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. Resists moving on through forgiveness. All right, so we've got the wounded child. Now listen, and then you're being told, whoever you are, time to do some metamorphosis, some changing. That's transmutation. So whoever this child wounded is, I mean, you can tell they're saying, I didn't get enough attention in my childhood. I mean, you even brought our cats, Jason Vorhees and Jon Snow, into the picture here, whoever this is for.
Yes.
All right, let's get him an NLP, baby. Did I put those over there?
Yes, you did.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, baby. The NLPs are right here.
These are
Yeah. Would you like to pick an NLP?
Sure.
Mom says you have the ability to pick NLPs too.
Okay.
She's trying to show us that we can go back and forth. I tend to respect cards that were always on Stace's line, but she's like, no, Stace is more right. You guys should be able to both learn how to do. You know, because all of humanity, she says, has to learn to do transmutation. All right. Well, he's getting an NLP. I'm gonna pull an Akashic. Oh, right there. I'm not wasting any time with this person. And I can't make this shit up, babe. Look what they threw right at this person.
Wow.
Pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. So we're talking to somebody that is really hung up in their childhood wounds.
Yes.
That's being asked to transmutate, and it's all about, for them, they're saying, I didn't get enough attention in my childhood. So mom is saying, she's saying, now does it make sense what I'm saying in terms of anytime we need the rebels just for kicks, we send you guys?
Yeah.
So we are a whole entire generation that had absolutely no attention in our childhood at all whatsoever. And that's a huge wound that we've had to learn to address, transmute, overcome. That's a huge piece of what Gen X's shadow is. All right. Stace pulled the mirror effect here. People feel most safe when they feel seen. We can't make this
Oh
shit
my
up.
God,
They
that's
feel
just
most
crazy
safe when
this
they
morning.
feel seen. So my mom is saying, why do you think we've sent you the rebels that are rebels just for kicks now? She says, why do you think we have sent you the rebels that know how to be rebels just for kicks now? Okay, why do you think we're having them come online now? Because the other generations need to understand what it looks like to transmute. She's saying to transmutate heavy
Right.
heavy childhood woundings. This is just one of many. The fact that, you know what, dude, we would be, oh, you're a year old and you're babbling. And, you know, hey, you may still be shitting that diaper, but there's my front door.
Oh, boy.
Turn on the garden hose. That was our entire generation. We were absolute latchkey kids. There was no buffers for us at all whatsoever. And so they're wanting the other generation, she's saying, to see what it looks like when the ones that come down here to be rebels just for kicks, transmute childhood wounds. Oh, yeah. See, you pulled Jason Vorhees forward.
Okay, baby.
Jason Vorhees wasn't about to be denied attention. He was just coming for you. All right. Mirroring builds connection by gently aligning with another's tone, pace, posture, or breathing. Don't mimic, match. Subtle alignment says we're on the same wavelength.
He got me good.
Yeah. I was gonna say, anytime he makes an appearance in the reading, and you brought Jason Vorhees, you brought our Jason Vorhees and Jon Snow into the picture here. And that's exactly what he does to me too, when he's like, no, I'm gonna be a part of this read. It's on. So
Yeah, he
he
got
will
me good
just,
this time. Woo, back
yeah.
to my cat. Sorry.
Yeah. Jason Vorhees is he's well named,
Stalker.
baby. Yeah,
He's
he
stalker,
is. He's
man.
a stalker. He will come up on you and you. Yeah, he is
You
definitely
got me
that.
good this time. Little turd.
Yeah, he is. So they want, essentially, I was saying as you were putting Jason away, that they want,
Yeah.
he wanted attention. Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, oh, we'll butcher you for attention. But no, this is somebody that needs to really transmute and heal this childhood wound, specifically in relation to you never gave me any attention. So now this is works that Stace and I have already done. So we know we're talking to somebody out there that has not done these works. Like, we've already forgiven our parents, and they're inviting whoever this is that we're talking to this morning to actually start doing the transmutation piece, the metamorphosis, and address the I didn't ever get attention from mom, dad, grandparents, things like that. And those are definitely wounds that she says rebels just for kicks understand those wounds.
Yes, we do.
She's also saying to say that in our generation, the reason we, as we come online, that we're capable of transmuting these type of wounds so brilliantly, and they need us to show the youngers how to transmutate these wounds, is because we were rebels just for kicks. We came down here to do exactly that. Be rebels just for, like, we were, like, by the time we were teenagers, you know, we were, you know, by the time we were 10, we were already 30. Yeah, by the time we were teenagers, you know, we were the old crones and the old souls already. But my mom is saying they send the oldest, wisest souls to do the most transmutation work, so that the younger souls that are coming down and keeping online and things that to show them things that they need to rise and how to transmute. And so now we're talking to somebody that has yet to figure out how to transmute the you never gave me any attention wound, okay? Do you want to do blocked and blessed, babe?
Sure.
I'm feeling a blocked and blessed. I don't know why.
Right.
Before I even get... So I already know, like, this card that they threw, whoever this is, really wants to have, you know, it's just really struggling with transmuting, you know, my parents, my grandparents, my people just did not give me any attention at all whatsoever. And then my mom says to read again as you're picking that, babe, that the shadow attributes are blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. Resist moving forward on through forgiveness. So yeah, this is somebody that is absolutely, well, look, the reason I'm fucked up is because, you know, everybody, you know, my parents didn't give me attention. Okay, specifically this person. So my mom is saying that's exactly what's brilliant about the Rebels Just for Kicks. They know what to do for themselves when they didn't have attention, and how to transmute over into that forgiveness piece, and stop blaming the dysfunctionality of your relationships on that piece. And so that's one of the biggest things that I had to learn too, you know, was where's my part in this? Because every dysfunctional relationship I ever had, once upon a time, particularly in my 20s, you know, I mean, I had just come freshly off of my mom passing away, and then I just had this one big significant moment, and so it took me a minute to figure out, it's not the other people, it's me. I have to figure out me, okay? All right. Sometimes it's just bad decisions. Not every drama is karma. Mistakes, ownership, and humor. Yeah, we have, and she's saying, and they are talking to a masculine that does not want to, that literally, this is a masculine they're talking to, my mom says, that literally doesn't want to take ownership over his relationship mistakes. He just wants to say it's because my parents abandoned me. My parents, yeah, here's what he wants. My mom is saying, probably better start listening to those Rebels Just for Kicks. Yeah. My mom is saying whoever this masculine is, they come from a very decent family. Like, she's showing me somebody that comes from a decent family, but that they have, like, the parents work a lot. Right. Like, both mom and dad work a lot. Which one? This one? Mm-hmm. Yeah. These are your habits, though. She's showing me you actually come, whoever I'm talking to out there, you actually come from a decent family, but what you're pissed about, my mom says, is that and the habits you've gotten into. She's saying, see this devil card right here for whoever this masculine is, as an understanding that you are the problem here. You are the one that needs to do the transmutation. Lay down the burdens. You're the one that has burdens to lay down, not your parents. Your parents come from a time in a generation, she's saying to say, of, you know, that's what they were taught to do. That's what they were told that would make them a good life and make sure that their family has a good life, is working and bringing in abundance, money, manifestations. That's what your parents were taught to do. That's the tools and tips they had. And so this is the problem, my mom says, that they're having with whoever this masculine is he keeps blaming the parents who genuinely love him. I can see they genuinely love him. Yeah. You're going to have victory over this, my mom says to say. You're going to lay down these burdens because they're tarot watchers. They're going to know it's them that mom and the other side is talking to, she's saying. So they come from a good family. Their devilish habits and their devilish patterns have right here to do with right here. Right. This attention piece. They're
look like a rebel without a cause.
He does. He looks like a rebel.
Rebel without a cause.
The rebel without the cause.
James Dean.
Yes. That, and this also is kind of starting to read like that storyline a little bit too. Rebel just for kicks now. Been doing it since 1966 now. And 1986 too. Yeah. Time to take a higher perspective. In order to lay those burdens down and have the victory that you want, and to transmute this particular wound, my mom says, it is time to take a higher perspective. All right?
All right.
Yeah. Your parents did what they were taught to do, and that's, she's saying, this is like one of these lessons that the youngers need to learn and understand, is that holding older generations than yourself accountable for mistakes that somebody did back in 1966 or 1986, they have a huge problem with that, because it shows that lack of perspective taking and understanding in terms of generations that didn't have access to things like mental health, technology, things like this, and yet this is a younger that continues to judge like their parents, their family, things like that, for things that like they don't understand or even have a slight notion as to you know, what the other generations went through. That's what she's showing me. Yeah, you're younger. That's who you are. You're younger. You're a Page of Wands younger.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. So she's saying, and that's exactly the problem that you have, is that you, she's saying that's what they're seeing across the board,
right,
with the younger generations, particularly the Zeds, she's saying.
Right.
Some of the older millennials, or the younger millennials, and then Zeds, she's saying.
Right.
And then that they're seeing that that's going to start bleeding into the alphas and the betas, in that they just struggle with perspective taking for the parents and the decisions that the parents have made, despite the fact that their parents love them. They want a new cup of love here. No, right here. This is actually new cup of love with the parents, she's saying, not in like, hey, I want to go kick it with somebody new. Yeah. Time to put there. This is so interesting. So yeah, so they don't have. They're out of options here. But they want to refresh with the parents. Whatever they've done, my mom is saying they're seeing it. She's saying pull one of these. She's saying they're seeing it as a no, because whatever this person has done or been saying, like she's showing me like somebody that's done and said a lot to yeah. All right, so here's the yes piece. If you want a yes, you want that safe navigation towards security. She's saying, do you know, if you want the light, You have to do the transmutation piece. She's saying to say to you, it's interesting how they show me the yes, no card. So she's saying, however, this is the problem that your parents are having with you right now, is there's a trust issue here. She's saying that the youngin is showing a trust issue with parents over attention related matters, because the parents were always working and they couldn't see that, in fact, once upon a time, before whatever habits they got into, they had a happy family. The parents are now the no. The youngin wants a new cup of love with the parents, the family, the siblings, things like this. And my mom is showing me resistance on the part of the family. And so she's saying to show this card in both ways. If you want that, you have to learn to transmutate that old shit. Okay, the things that you're trying to hold on to. Well, you didn't give me attention. You didn't, pay attention when I needed it. You have to be able to perspective take. Long story short, does this even make sense to you?
Yeah.
It's making sense to me. But I feel like it's somebody that's very complicated that I'm talking to, a younger that's really holding on to this. And so she's saying, my mom is saying right now, for your family, it's a no. And here's why: because they don't trust you. Whatever you've pulled, whatever stunts you've pulled with this family, with your family members, are related to habits that you should have laid down, my mom says, that you didn't want to transmute, but you want victory. And my mom is saying, and you want that new cup of love with your parents, and your parents and your family are saying, no, we're not an option. Yeah. The family it's not an option, because of whatever you've done or said, they don't trust you anymore. Okay? Because and they're saying, my mom is saying, it just boils down to whoever I'm talking to out there, and this young one that I'm talking to, it's because you really lack an ability to perspective take for anybody else's decisions, hard choices that others have had to make. You just simply, like, she's showing me somebody that makes it all about themselves. You know what? No, but remember that time you wounded me back in 1986 now? No. And this isn't even X generation. She's showing me an older millennial, or like a Z. This is a Z kid they're talking to. So she's saying, if you want that yes, you have to transmutate. See that lighthouse right there? You have to transmute. And she's saying, no matter what you think your parents did, no matter what you think your parents did, she's saying, it's you that they're saying, pay attention to this message. You're not doing transmutation. She's saying, you're the one that has to start understanding the mirror effect. The mirror effect, my mom says, is all about being able to perspective take. And this is a youngin that lacks the ability to perspective take for anybody other than themselves. And they want to rest with this family. She's showing me picture-wise, like somebody that every time they get told, listen, you're not going to be in here doing whatever this is, whatever these habits are, you're not going to be part. Whoever you are, you continue to bring up, but you didn't pay attention to me back in 1996 now, is what you continue to do. You continue to rest on that, and you are somebody that they want to have transmute that particular childhood wound. So, because that's what they're showing me, is somebody that's like goes right back to 1996 now. Probably not the best thing to do with the Gen X parents, I'll tell you that. And if you're Zeds and late millennials, they've got to have X parents.
Yes, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, and my mom is saying, the rebels, just for kicks now, came down here and they were shown a particular version of family, a particular version of this is what your Ten of Cups is supposed to look like. You have to understand that the rebels, just for kicks, were not given access to mental health resources, things like this. So, yeah, this is interesting. While you're figuring that one out, I'm going to pull them an angel card. They've got an interesting, complex story. Yeah, you've got this all up in the upside down here, wherever you are. 1331 comes to me in the upside down. Good fortune. You ain't having good fortune right now with your family, Mom says. Advice, comfort, major change, individuality, and independence. Your parents know how to hold this card very well, my mom is saying, to say to whoever this Zed is. Zed, millennial Zed person. Your parents know how to hold this card quite well for themselves. You, however, won't transmutate this old, but you didn't pay attention to me. Because my mom says you really and truly lack an understanding of how to see something from somebody else's perspective. Okay? That's who you are. She's saying, read to you the skill sets that your parents have. She's saying, understand who your Gen X parents are and who they want you to mirror, to flip that in the upright. Have faith in your skills and talents, as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. That is exactly what Generation X was told to do. We were told to hone our skills and talents and be working 40, 80 hours. That's what our parents showed us to do. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. That's in the upside down. This is somebody, it's in the upside down. My mom is insisting to say to this millennial Zed person, it's in the upside down because you do not want to transmutate that particular childhood wounding. And you are a masculine. It's a masculine I'm talking to. The boogeyman. By the way, this is who fucking chased us our whole childhood, baby. Yeah, we were taught. And we were rebels just for kicks regardless.
In 1977,
yeah.
The boogeyman has come.
Since 1966 now. We've been kicking it since 1966. We are now doing the mental health work, by the way. We're just not doing it with the big, massive fanfare that everybody else is. In general, we're not. Now me, I'm definitely a rebel just for kicks, even inside of my own generation. I'll totally do shit. Yes, absolutely. The boogeyman. All right. The call. Boogeyman. Halloween. John Carpenter. There's no such thing as something bearing down on you, some inexplicable, seemingly unstoppable problem, and you're struggling to understand why. Exactly what Mom's been saying the whole reading. Mm-hmm. Why won't my family take me back? Because they don't trust whoever this is. You talk shit on them. My mom is showing me like a shit talker over, they didn't give me attention because, you know, they were working 80 hours a week. This is somebody that does not know how to perspective take. Sometimes our behavior shapes our circumstances. Other times, the shape just comes for us. A mist popping up out of the shadows again and again, just when we think the coast is clear. Upright, confront the situation head on. They're telling you, transmute that. Stop going to your parents. Stop saying, listen, I'm in X, Y, and Z habit because you didn't pay attention to me while you were at that job working 80 hours and, you know. It shows a lack of whoever this is, my mom is saying, and they want it said strongly for whoever this is so that you can understand. And no, I'm not judging you because I get this. Your parents were taught a specific way to obtain a 10 of cups. Okay, they were shown, your Gen X parents, my mom says to say to whoever this masculine is, were shown a very specific way to get it a 10 of cups. And we were forced to do that without the mental health pieces to back us. Whereas your generation, my mom is saying, has had mental health your whole life. And it's your Gen X parents that made sure you had access, she's saying. She's saying whoever this is, your family made sure you had access your whole entire life to mental health. And are still open to supporting that. But you keep going back and saying, but my devils are because mom and dad. She's saying that's a lack of perspective taking. And what they need you to do if you want to have your family and be a part of your overall family scenario, is learn how to perspective take. Okay? That's what it is. You've got to stop going back and resting on, well, all of my bad habits are because mom and dad worked 80 hours. You know, the perspective comes, my mom says, from understanding that Generation X were shown by boomers what was expected. Boomers were shown by their parents, so on, so forth, so forth, so forth. She's saying, that's why your generation gets sent down, to show you that we know how to be hard workers, but we also know how to kick it just for kicks. Be rebels just for kicks. All right. Do this, baby.
Hmm?
You all right?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Rebels for kicks?
He's a rebel for kicks that's tired from last night. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
He's
We
so
put
tired.
that new furniture.
I just said he's tired, and look at this. Apple. She sleeps with the stars. This is definitely somebody that's a rebel just for kicks. Just fucking go right out there and sleep with the stars.
There we
Look
go.
over here. Yeah, it's card number 6, whoever this is. Yes. It really comes down to transmutation. Whoever you are, you're going to have to learn the perspective taking for others, my mom says. All right. Meaning in the upright, connect with starlight, sleep under the stars. That's rebel just for kicks. The night has wisdom for you. Find your answers within the star, the presence of the night goddess. Okay? Go out there. Be a rebel just for kicks, and then put part of transmutation, and Stace can speak very well to this, is giving things back to Mother Gaia.
Yes.
Give the pain back to Mother Gaia. If you do not know how to perspective take from somebody else and understand that older generations simply didn't have access, mental health has been highly destigmatized for you younger generations. For us, no. We were told something completely opposite, and we now, those of us that are coming online, we're coming online in very strong and powerful ways because we are doing the works and we are doing the mental health, getting the mental health help and this sort of thing. But you have to understand that mental health for us, for our parents, for their parents, for our grandparents, and mind you, those were people that were coming back that had seen awful things. Awful war things, okay? Death, blood, gore, you name it, okay? They had no way to transmute those things. They had to collect that darkness, okay? And that just got passed on. So you guys have the ability to transmute these pieces much more easily, and my mom says whoever this younger one is refusing to do that. Right. And so they're saying, try being a rebel just for kicks, okay? Just to have fun, and give that back to Mother Gaia. Yes, give it back to Mother Gaia. You want to roll?
Go ahead, you got it.
Alrighty. Oh, you're either 26, 27, or 28, whoever you are. Here's that new spin. They want to spin at the wheel is what they want. They definitely want to spin at the wheel. This is Saturn energy. My mom says, here's the rebel just for kicks that's been kicking it since 1986 now.
Nice. Yep, there you go.
I love it. Yep. Oh, and there's confirmation for me that I've read that correct. 2, 3, and 4. Although it says 2, 4, and 3. Shows it this way instead of that way. Like they're upside down and backwards. She's saying when it comes to this piece, they really are. They're really, whoever this is, they're highly opposed to transmuting and taking perspective from anybody else's but their own. And she's saying that's a huge generational mistake because whoever they're talking to with this masculine, that's it. My mom is saying they're showing us this because it's just a mistake that they see across the board with the late millennials and the Zs.
Oh, okay.
They just do not know how to take parent perspective. There I am. But you have me in the upside down. This is somebody that doesn't know how to perspective take even from the tarot readers. All right. There's a 0 point right there. My mom says your family's going to keep you right there. Whoever you are, your family's keeping you right there because they do not trust you. That you keep coming at them and saying, you didn't do X, Y, and Z. Look what they have. Oh, we can't make this shit up. You have forgiveness. You know, you don't want to forgive. You don't want to forge new pathways. This is somebody that is stubbornly stuck, babe. Stubbornly stuck on this. You don't want to get rid of those deep emotional layers by doing transmutation. So, L is in the reverse. R is in the reverse. This might be somebody that has an attachment. Oh, I think we're starting to reach across the pond, babe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is the Eiffel Tower.
Freak.
Or they freaking love
Paris.
Or they freaking love Paris, whoever they are running across their line. Yeah, you ain't got one of those.
Polar bear.
Let's do the voodoo, baby.
Oh, okay.
Their doodoo voodoo is in the upside down. You ain't got the love. They don't have a matching set. This is doodoo voodoo in the upside down. And, yeah, Tinkerbell. You love Tinkerbell? Yeah, this is somebody across the pond, babe, that they're talking to that does not want to put that childhood window. And my mom is saying to insist to whoever this is, it doesn't matter if your Gen X parents are from France or Europe. Collectively, as a collective, my mom is saying to say to whoever this one is, your parents, all of Gen X, across the globe, we report the same thing. All of the boomers report the same collective. Their World War II parents, my grandparents, our grandparents would have reported the same, collectively, that this is what people know. This is how people were raised, generationally speaking. So, right there. Look at this. Cannot make this shit up right here. This is what they want to see happen for whoever this person is. Do you see how these colors all align right here? Okay. This is called mind and body unity. And I did just also pull that Tinkerbell dragonfly too. So this is what they want for whoever this masculine is. They want you to work on transmuting this particular specific childhood wound that you keep trying to fall back on, because you're trying to fall back on this childhood wound that really is no longer relevant. Like, as a collective, everybody's trying to rise together. It looks different for Generation X because we were prolonged and we had a different idea of what this Ten of Cups was all about than it does for you. So yes, thank you. I was just thinking that because we didn't get any
weird.
Yes. So yeah, well, it's not really weird because you food with me all the time. Yeah, Stace and I are in each other's energy all the time. Yeah, I need to get them the Lindermans, but Mama's saying not necessary. And they're talking to a very specific masculine. Like a very specific masculine that my mom is insistent is so highly representative of what they see wrong with the Zeds. All right. We've got a K, a B, an E in the upside down. That's
like a pin.
That's a bowling pin. Yes, like a 10 pin or something.
Yeah.
My mom is saying 10 pin. Say 10 pin. 10 pin.
Somebody's going bowling and getting strikes.
You're a fan of 10 pin, my mom says to say.
Strikes.
Yeah. And then H and A. Oh, they like to bake too.
Oh, okay.
They're a fan of 10 pin bowling and they like to bake, but your initials are also in here, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Huh. It's interesting. All right. Well, you're being told, really, for you, it's time to learn how to perspective take for your parents. If you want to be a part of their life and you want them to give you that yes, you're going to have to transmute that specific childhood and that wounding that you don't understand. Your parents weren't my mom was showing me like parents that didn't cause this on purpose, like, and it's true, like nobody in our generation had any idea that, you know, working 80 hours, things like this, you know, to provide the roof and the food and you know, the nice clothing, the cell phones, the technology you kids love. My mom says, your parents didn't have any idea because we didn't have access to mental health, and we didn't have access to anything other than a very specific idea that our parents told us would make a 10 of cups. But my mom is saying that's why Generation X is rebels just for kicks. We do know how to do both the work piece, but we also know how to do the play hard piece. And as we're coming online with the mental health, humanity's going to be seeing a big shift as that much needed bump for Gen X that's coming online with mental health.
Right.
Can see. So, but we're designed for that. We're designed for that. And so what you are designed for, and my mom is saying, whoever this specific masculine is, they are literally saying to you, it's time for you to transmutate this particular childhood wounding, and you do so by learning how to perspective take for your Generation X parents. Okay?
Reset and grow up.
Yep, that's what a boomer parent would have told us to do. grow the F up.
Grow up.
We were told grow the F up at age 1. So without the teachings, without the mental health piece, without all of that. And my mom is saying it's time for whoever you are to understand that perspective from somebody else. And if you want your parents to be back in your cup of love, you're going to have to actually transmute that and realize that you just give that pain to Mother Gaia, and then you try sitting down and talking to your parents and saying, I think I get it now. Okay, I get it. You didn't have the access to things that you've given me access to. Okay? So they want both perspectives there. All right, much love and light to whoever this is. This was an interesting one. We're going to go be rebels just for kicks again. All right, love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.